Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will talk about two functions, magic functions str and repr. So these are very useful whenever you want to print object of your class. So let me quickly jump on to my Jupyter notebook. I have already created a class over here with the name shape, and it is having two attributes, name and color. And here I am creating the instance of this class. Now if I will go ahead and say print s, you can see that it is giving me some information, but this is not what I am expecting. My expectation is to get the information about the object or what all values that object is holding. So to achieve that, what we can do, we can implement those two methods str and repr. So first I will go ahead and implement repr, which will take self, and here I can say return. I have to use F because I want to pull in some values at runtime. Name, and inside this I can say self dot name. We can say comma color equal self dot color. And at the end I need to put this. Okay, now if I will go ahead and execute this, you can see that print s statement is giving more meaningful information, which is shape, name equal to square, and the value of color is red. So this is quite understandable and it makes more sense to us. Now let me also implement another function, which is str, and I will go ahead and say self, and here in this function I'm going to customize my message. So rather than just showing in the form of like object and class name, here I'm saying let me put bracket, and here we can say, let's say color of the self dot name is self dot color. Okay, now let me go ahead and print this. So this time you can see that output is coming as color of the square is red. So this is like, I would say, more human readable, and it will not give you much information about actually what this value is or what all properties or attribute it is having, but it will give you the gist that at least what this object is all about. And you can see that when we didn't implement str, then repr was called by default. Let me show you again. I will comment out this and execute it. So you can see that when str is not implemented, it is by default falling on to repr, and it is displaying the message whatever we have defined in the body of the repr. And this is happening because because internally str method calls the repr. Okay, now let's try out few more variations here. So this is print s, and you can also verify it by using s dot repr, and let's give another print statement which says s dot str. Let's execute this and see how things are. So the first one, print s. So this time we have implemented str, so it will by default go to str implementation. Here we are explicitly calling repr, so this is what repr is and this is what str is. But the one important thing you should remember is you should never ever call these functions like this. You should always use another notation, which is by directly calling repr. You can say repr and then pass in the object. So this is the correct way of calling these functions directly. Now if I will go ahead and execute this, oops, one bracket, okay. So you can see that again we received the same output. So this is how we can use str and repr functions to return string representation of the object. And to be specific, we usually go for str with more readable or the more human understandable message. Like when we want to do logging or similar kind of activity, then we will go with str. But if you just want user to know that how to create an object or what is like machine form, I would say, or I can say official form of how object is constructed, then we usually go for repr. So this is what I have for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you.